welcome everyone. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to join you here today. GRAD's 25-year history in the Houston area has demonstrated success for students not only in achieving one-time college graduation rates, but also enrollment and completion college certificates and degrees. AT&T's Aspire initiative is a national initiative focused on increasing high school success for at-risk populations. Project Grad Houston and AT&T have been partners since 2008, working together to improve the success of all of Houston's students. Today we are celebrating this new $1 million grant, bringing AT&T's investments to a total of $3 million since 2008, and GRAD delivering programmatic activities to 18,000 Houston area students. And without further ado, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the mayor of the city of Houston, Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Let me thank Juliet, Stipeche, Director of Education for the City of Houston, who is very passionate and committed to improving education within our city. And I'm here, I'm standing with a number of individuals that you will be hearing from today. I do want to acknowledge Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who is with us this morning. And I want to acknowledge State Senator Larry Taylor, who is here, and Dr. Adriana Gomez from ACC is here. And of course, we have here Stacey with AT&T, who will be introducing her entire team in a few minutes. And Dr. Stiles is here from Project Grad. I want to thank Juliet for being here and for her work on a number of education matters. Also today, I'm excited to celebrate the important work Project Grad is doing in communities and their long-standing partnership with AT&T. When it comes to formerly Southwestern Bell. You know, I used to work for Southwestern Bell.
I read that somewhere.
Right down the street on Capitol and San Jacinto as a 411 operator until they yanked me. But now it's AT&T. When it comes to education, we shouldn't cut any corners. We all know, and I'm sorry, Scott Heiberg, I have to recognize that former State Representative Scott Heiberg that's out there in the audience, the guru on education. Yes. So thank you, Scott. And sitting right next to him is former Councilmember Gracie Sines. Gracie, thank you. We all know and recognize that a good education lays a strong foundation that positively impacts students for the rest of their lives. A good education can help students realize potential they didn't know they have and move them towards achieving their dreams. For 25 years, Project Grad Houston has served approximately 8,000 Houston area students and their families. The students may come from low-income communities, but they are reaching their highest potential with support to graduate high school and prepare for colleges and their respective careers. Every Houstonian deserves the opportunity to learn, along with access to education that will improve their lives and open new possibilities. And organizations like Project Grad are helping us move towards one Houston with a brighter future for all, regardless of the zip code in which they may live. They work tirelessly on the front lines to deliver critical services to ensure students have the resources at their disposal to graduate from high school or seek a college education. The success of their program can be seen through the thousands of lives they have touched. And not only are they helping students with their education, but they are helping the next generation workforce and leaders which is important for the success of our city. We all have a stake in the well-being of future generations, so it's only right that we all take the responsibility to help our children to succeed. And quite frankly, that is what AT&T is doing. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, we've brought this village here today. Leaders in education, government, and private industry have come together because we all have a part to play in ensuring our children have a bright future. And by working together, we can help our Houston students get the quality education they need. And I want to thank Project Grad Houston for the incredible impact you are having in our community. And I want to thank AT&T for investing again in our city, and specifically as it relates to our children and providing them the education that they need. Through the generous support of AT&T, not only through this program, but AT&T Aspire Initiative, a national program focused on increasing high school success for at-risk populations, is making a huge difference. And on a personal note, let me just say that the City of Houston cannot achieve these things by itself. But working in collaboration with companies, corporations like AT&T, we can really make a huge difference in moving and advancing our city forward. People don't have to spend their money with anyone. They don't have to invest if they don't want to. And so I especially want to thank Project Grad for an incredible job. I want to thank AT&T for being an incredible partner. And I want to thank people like Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and State Senator Larry Taylor, who we work with quite a bit, and Adriana Gomez with AT&T, for just being incredible partners for an incredible city. And the future is bright because I'm looking at a lot of students who will make our city, take our city to a higher level. So thank you for being here. Juliet, I give it back to you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And now some remarks from Texas State Senator Larry Taylor.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this event and this announcement today. I join with the mayor in congratulating AT&T on your initiative helping our at-risk students, and to AT&T and to Project Grad for what you've been doing for a number of years. You know, when you talk about 8,000 students, you're not talking about just 8,000 individual students. You're talking about the families, not necessarily just the families right now, but we're talking about family trees. Every one of these kids that you can bring up and get a good education and a good job, their kids will not end up in the same position they were. So we're talking about family trees and pyramids growing from this point forward. So I really, from the statewide perspective, as the senator who chairs the Senate Education Committee, we're facing dramatic challenges in this state. And one of those challenges is our fastest growing and largest demographic is low-income people. If we don't turn that around and change that cycle, we will not be the state in the future that we are today. And we want to continue to be the great state we are and lead this country forward. And we're doing a lot of things to make sure that every child in Texas gets those opportunities to get the things that can change their lives and their kids' lives and their family tree. We're trying to do that, but to have it right here in our largest city, with AT&T making such a dramatic contribution, and going beyond just being a good corporate citizen, going beyond that step and investing real dollars into making a difference, and then have a program like we have here with Project Grad that's actually putting that into work in students' lives. I'm just happy to be here. I join with all of you in congratulating those involved and congratulating the students who are going to receive the benefits of this educational opportunity, who will help them advance beyond high school. You understand the 21st century requires more than a high school diploma. The vast majority of the jobs now and those in the future are going to require something beyond high school. And we've got to help those kids and give them that step up to get beyond high school and have the future that they deserve and we as a state want. Thank you very much for having me be a part of it today.
Thank you, Senator Taylor. And now some remarks from the Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Juliet, thank you so very much. Senator Taylor, the first thing I want to say is I want to join you in that commitment to all of those throughout the state of Texas. We know that we have an outstanding mayor who will work with you. I call him the education mayor. He can be called many good things, but I am so delighted to see how he has lifted up the interest in our children. Thank you, Mayor, very much. We appreciate you again. State Representative, it's good to see you. State Representative Hochberg, thank you so very much. Gracie, I can call her that. We sat at the council table for many years, and I know her passion and commitment. I'm delighted to see the Representative District Director of State Senator Sylvia Garcia, who we know is working and will be a great partner as she ascends to a new location. Delighted to see her, and thank you, Trustee, for your work on the Houston Community College. And Ann, I'm being like family here. We're delighted of the decades of the long years of service that you have given to our young people. And to AT&T, Stacey has become a best friend. I want you to know, before I left Washington, I was meeting with AT&T. So I consider myself a strong proponent and family member of all of the work that you all are doing. And let me just say that it is with great deference and respect that we look to corporate America's leadership. And I have no apologies to be able to say that our corporate community can be a strong umbrella on a rainy day, as the federal government can be. It can be a comforter in times of difficulty. And so our commitment is to, as Ann is receiving, as Project Grad is receiving these great funds, to say to corporate America, to Mayor Turner, Senator Taylor, and Ann, and HCC, it is our role. And so as we left Washington, we understood the importance of Pell Grants, TRIO, Project Grad, or programs like that, to be able to collectively lift up and follow the great leadership of our corporate America. And I would hope that you all would recognize your task to make sure our federal government continues to invest in our children. An article yesterday, I believe, showed that I represent many school districts. I applaud them all. Aldine is going to open a school tomorrow. Other schools have been opened by HISD. And I think I see Trustee Song there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there she is. I'm going to talk well about HISD. There's an article about helping our children academically. Everybody is working. Everybody is working. And so this program, which I'm very proud to congratulate AT&T on this great award, this grant award of a 2-year, $1 million grant, made possible by a number of other contributions, but more importantly, AT&T's commitment to Project Grad and the Aspire initiative. Project Grad is an important component in achieving student excellence in the Houston area, and really it's a national phenomenon. It does this through ensuring on-time graduation of high school students, but also the successful enrollment and matriculation into college, certificate and degree programs. And through its recognition of Project Grad, AT&T is demonstrating its long-standing social corporate responsibility, and doing this by investing in the next generation of not only Houston leaders, but national leaders. And so my comment to all of us is that we're all in this together. I'm glad that AT&T has acknowledged that not only they give today, but they build this fabulous, wonderful, energized workforce of the 21st and 22nd century. I've stopped using 21, the 21st. I'm looking forward to standing with you in the 22nd century. I know there's research going on right now that I may be able to take advantage of. Okay, no, you're not going to get rid of me. I'm going to be here for you. But I do believe, as I look at the next generation of technology, the importance of Gen 5, the intellect of the internet, the need for national security experts that come about through people finishing their school work and finishing their life's education. So I close by simply saying 85% of students served by Project Grad Houston are from economically disadvantaged households, as Senator Taylor has indicated. 75% are Hispanic and 22% are African American. This is to say that when you touch a student, you touch their family. You touch the younger brother or sister. You touch the proud grandparents. You touch the guardian who's raising that child. You touch the neighborhood. And having lived in neighborhoods like that, there's nothing greater as a small child to see Johnny or Jose come back home to the neighborhood, for that small child to watch. I knew them, and look at them now. That's what Project Grad is all about. And I count each and every one of you as supporters throughout the economic and educational atmosphere. And the trajectory of greatness comes from grants like this. And again, Stacey, we are always eager to see your support, your smiling face, and your commitment to this community. Thank you, AT&T, for this great and wonderful award.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman. And now we hear from Stacey Kennedy, Associate Vice President of External and Legislative Affairs, AT&T.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to just take a minute and acknowledge my AT&T representatives that are here in this room today. We have Jorge Vasquez, who is the Vice President and General Manager of the South Texas region. We also, if you look around the room, we have several AT&T volunteers. Look for those shirts, and they are here today to support this announcement. As I said before, I'd like to thank Mayor Sylvester Turner, as well as Senator Larry Taylor, the Honorable Congresswoman, for being here today on this momentous occasion. And most of all, I'd like to recognize Dr. Ann Stiles for her leadership, and the entire Project Grad staff for their commitments to our students across the great city of Houston. I'm so honored to be here today to highlight this amazing organization and to formally announce AT&T's $1 million contribution to Project Grad Houston and kick off the Houston FAFSA Completion Challenge. It is no coincidence that AT&T has invested $3 million in Project Grad, and it's not a surprise to us that they were selected as one of the 10 recipients nationwide to share in $9.25 million of the AT&T Aspire Award. As already been discussed, it's in its 10th year. Currently, as we've talked about statistics already this morning, 1 in 6 students fails to graduate from high school on time or with their class. And Project Grad is working every day to change the fate of those students. Their programs are crucial, not only to Houston students, but as we've discussed already this morning, to the growth and development of our city, of our economy, and of our neighborhoods. Through their network of Cafe College and Grad Cafe locations, they offer the services to students such as college admission, assistance, and financial guidance at no cost, which brings me to our Houston area FAFSA Completion Challenge. October 1st, yesterday, marked the beginning of the annual college financial aid application season. We know that applicants who complete their applications early have a better chance of receiving aid from federal and state programs. They also become eligible for more scholarships, more money, which is what they need. This assistance can determine whether or not an individual will enroll in college that year. AT&T and Project Grad have partnered to bring awareness today as we are launching the FAFSA Completion Challenge social media campaign, which will run through the month of October, and encourage those seeking financial aid assistance to complete their applications as soon as possible. And you will see the social media banner over there. We'd like you all to go over there and take a selfie. We encourage everyone, the teachers, the students, the leaders, all Houstonians, as well as the mayor, to take a selfie, a relevant photo, and post it on their social media platforms, and encourage your friends and family to not wait. Visit a Project Grad location and complete their application as soon as possible. And make sure to tag hashtag GradHOU and hashtag ATT Impact. Project Grad will be announcing some great giveaways as part of the challenge. So, before you leave today, make sure you drop by our selfie station. And because all of you are going to help us get the word out, over 40 AT&T employees are volunteering at Project Grad locations during October to ensure that they have the adequate staff to support and help as many applicants as possible. It's going to take all of us working together, parents, educators, students, as the mayor said, the nonprofit community, as well as the business community, to help keep driving forward. And AT&T looks forward to working with each and every one of you to continue to invest in students today, at home and in the classroom and at work, to prepare them for the success of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stacey. How inspiring. And don't forget to go and get your selfie taken before you leave today. And so this is a person who wears multiple hats, dear friend, Dr. Adriana Gomez, Superintendent of Raul Izaguirre School for Success and District 3 HCC Trustee. Dr. Gomez?
Thank you. Good morning. Buenos dias. It's always an honor to be in this building, City Hall, where the work to create our vibrant and exclusive city takes place. A city that I believe just getting stronger and stronger every day, not only because of our city leadership, but because of businesses and community organizations like AT&T and Project Grad, who partner with one another to provide services to enrich the lives of our citizens of all ages. As the superintendent of the Raul Izaguirre Schools for Success and Houston Community College trustee, I am here to acknowledge and express great appreciation for such partnership, the AT&T and Project Grad Houston partnership. The Raul Izaguirre Schools for Success Early College P-Tech High School, and we have students that we brought with us. Students, if you could raise your hand. AT&T, Project Grad, these are the students you impact with this partnership. We are grateful and proud to be among the schools that are supported by AT&T's generous grants to Project Grad Houston. Project Grad's work with our students helps us help them transform their lives by guiding them to identify, plan, and achieve their college and career goals. All of these resources, the Raul Izaguirre Schools for Success, Project Grad, AT&T, HCC, and any other higher level institutions support our young people as they create better lives for themselves, their families, and the greater Houston community. Thank you, AT&T, on behalf of those you are impacting with this generous gift for your support to ensure the next generations of leaders will be ready to lead our city, our state, Senator, and our nation, Congresswoman. Thank you.
One of the students from the school, why don't you all come and stand with your superintendent? Come to the front, okay? And Trustee Ann Song, you need to be standing up here. Okay? Yeah, y'all students, y'all come stand up front. Come closer. Yeah, we're all in the same grade together. You know, I'm in the 11th grade. Yeah. Okay,
Thank you very much, students, for joining us up here. And also right now, I'd love to introduce Dr. Ann B. Stiles, President and CEO of Project Grad.
Thank you, Juliet. I tell you, so many wonderful things have been said about this work, but what I want to say first, and I hope that everyone hears it, AT&T, thank you, thank you, thank you. This doesn't happen every day, and it is a big deal, so thank you so much. I believe the Congresswoman has something else that she wants to say. Is that no? Okay. All right. Fine. Well, I am here to represent Project Grad, and I want to give special thanks to members of our board of directors who are in the audience with us today. Would you please stand so I can thank you for that? And I'd also like to recognize the other schools. In addition to Raul Izaguirre, we have representatives from Southwest Charter School. Would you please stand so that we can give you a round of applause? And also participating in this grant are two schools within the Aldine School District, Aldine 9 and Aldine High School. So thank you for being here and for participating. The state of Texas has issued a really important challenge to all of us, and that is that by 2030, 60% of our young adult population will have a credential beyond a high school diploma. So college can mean a lot of things today. It might mean a 4-year degree from a university, but it can also mean a 1-year workforce certificate or a 2-year associate's degree from a community college. And those credentials can lead to great careers here in the greater Houston area. About, I'd say, 5 years ago, we really started adding emphasis to career opportunities so that our young people can become more aware of what is waiting for them if they continue their education through high school and beyond and receive those credentials that our industry is waiting for. So thank you, AT&T, for showing up and being a part of this, and thank you, HCC, for contributing staff, and thank you, Harris County Public Libraries, because they are making it possible for us to take our work on the go with a van that is going to bring Project Grad services and support and AT&T volunteers out to any community. The mayor has identified his complete communities. I hope that we are so busy in those centers, in those neighborhoods, that we're able to help all of our young people and their families get the financial aid they want, investigate the careers that are waiting for them, and really plan a very strong future for themselves and their extended families, which we've heard about. So I have a young man here who is going to tell you his story of going to school at Royal Izagirre and what his plans are and where he is today, because I think his story will shed light on what we do and how we do it better than anything else.
Okay.
William Moore.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today to share my story that was made possible by AT&T through Project Grad. I have been one of the many fortunate students to be able to take part of this program. Before I knew about the program, I was a lost high school student. I had no knowledge on financial aid or how the college application process worked. But during the summer of my junior year, Project Grad took a group of students to a college campus, and I was one of those students. In short, it gave me direction, and I knew what had to be done in order to be successful. But I wasn't alone my senior year. I had Project Grad stationed at my high school to guide me through the whole process. My grad advisor was my one-stop to any question or doubt I had. Sorry about that. My grad advisor was my one-stop to any question or doubt I had, and he guided me through my college applications. Once I was accepted to my top schools, he helped me choose the best financial aid package that was best for me and my family. And even after high school, my support is still there. My grad advisor still checks up on me and mentors me. With their support, I'm currently at the University of Houston, and on track to become an engineer. Okay. Okay.
Good choice.
Thank you. And besides that, I'm also part of the Houston Battalion ROTC program.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Project Grad, for all the one-on-one support you have always provided and for giving me direction towards success. I couldn't have done it by myself. And thank you, AT&T, for helping college students get to college and get a degree. Thank you.
Thank you.
If everyone would join me, everyone is saying thank you to AT&T and as well, and so I wanted AT&T to come up and get an official thank you from all of us to continue the work. And by the way, I'm here at City Hall, and I asked the mayor would the gentleman yield because I'm giving a congressional certificate in City Hall. So I asked the gentleman to yield as we do on the floor of the House. And if we could just come up front and say, this young man who just spoke is a combination, multiple whammy, if you will, multiple home run because he's at U of H. He's going into engineering, and I know these are other dynamic leaders that are going to take on unique opportunities of education. And then he's going to be joining the federal family, I believe, at the ROTC, and may ultimately, I don't know what your desires are, you may ultimately be in the military? Then I didn't want to misspeak, may ultimately serve you in the United States military. You need to give him a very big hand. So this is a certificate of congressional recognition. If everybody can just come front, AT&T and the 1 million contribution to Project Grad, and you come up, and we just want you to know how much we love you. Everybody come on up, please. Thank you. It is, of course, indicating that you're deserving of the respect and admiration of the United States Congress for this program, Aspire.
Thank you. So, to everyone, today is truly a celebration of our past, present, and future, and it's all about community and making sure that we invest in our most precious and valuable resource, our students and our young people. And thank you very much, William, for your remarks, and to the other student leaders that are joining us today. It's all about the young people. Thank you so much, and please, stay up here so we can take a photograph, but let's celebrate. Thanks again.